For a while, I've been waiting for a mirrorless system that was made specifically with a portrait photographer in mind. And as some of you may know by now, that Panasonic recently released a new camera to their Lumix G series called the Panasonic Lumix G9. And today, I'm excited to share with you some of my favorite features of this camera. We all know that the Panasonic GH5 is a renowned video camera that could take great still images, but Panasonic's new Lumix G9 is the company's first mirrorless camera aimed specifically at professional still photographers. Geared for high-speed capture at up to 20 frames a second, the G9 offers the same 20-megapixel 4/3 sensor as the video-centric GH5, but with tweaked image processing for better JPEG image quality. If 20 megapixels isn't enough for you, the G9 is able to shift its sensor 8 times to create a 80-megapixel raw image with ultra-high resolution. The built-in 5-axis image stabilization can now reduce camera shake by 6.5 stops. And in case you didn't know it, it also supports dual IS with a stabilized lens, increasing your chance for producing sharper images in challenging conditions. With a refined autofocus system, the G9 offers 225 selectable autofocus points with big improvements in speed and subject tracking. If speed is an issue, this camera is capable of shooting bursts up to 20 frames a second with continuous autofocus using its electronic shutter, and 9 frames a second with mechanical, and 60 frames a second with single autofocus, and 12 frames a second with mechanical. Don't worry about blackout and losing the moment because the buffer allows for up to 50 raw images to be captured in a single burst. The G9 has a weather-sealed, dust-proof body to protect itself from the elements and freezing conditions. The OLED Viewfinder hosts a resolution of 3.86 million dots. With a 3-inch fully articulated touchscreen, the G9 includes 2 SD card slots, ports for HDMI, microphone, headphone, flash sync, USB 3.0, and a wired remote. Though this camera was created with still photographers in mind, on the video front, the G9 is no slouch. It can capture up to UHD 4K video at up to 60 frames a second with a maximum bitrate of 150 megabits per second. It samples the full width of the sensor for all resolution, which means no cropping and a higher quality footage. You can shoot slow-mo video at up to 60 frames a second in 4K and 180 frames a second at full HD. To top it off, the G9 can use its video capabilities capture both 6K and 4K stills. If you got the Panasonic GH5, then you're in luck because the G9 uses the same BMW BLF19 battery, allowing you up to 400 shots per charge. Using the Panasonic Image app, you can remotely control the camera, automatically transfer photos, and copy settings from one G9 to another, meaning that the app can be used as a remote shutter release. Okay everyone, so honestly I've been using this camera for about 2 months now. Thank you Panasonic for sending me over the G9, and I've been loving my experience with it when it comes to long exposure, night photography, street photography, or even my portraits, and I'll be posting a link down below for you to check out those images for yourself. I've enjoyed every minute of it. It's lightweight, the shutter is super fast. You just need a small amount of pressure and it works flawlessly. Autofocus system is quick and nice and it's snappy, so I really like that, and its lightweight and portability makes it a real pleasure to work with, quite honestly. I have no problems with it at all. And since it's rugged, that means I can pretty much bring it out whether it's foggy out here in the Bay Area, a little drizzle, or if it's really hot and dusty, then walking some trails, then I'm not really worried about this. So my experience has been an absolute joy with it, and it can still record some fantastic footage if I want to turn it around and create another video for YouTube. So that's pretty cool. Now, if you want to check out the specs about this camera, I'm going to post a link down below. If you have any comments, do you like shooting mirrorless versus DSLR, or do you prefer your DSLR? And if you do shoot mirrorless, what system do you use? Have you tried out the G9? I definitely suggest that you do. I'll be posting a link down below for you to check out those specs. If you have any comments, post those down below. And if you like this video and you would like to see more, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm Robert Silver, and until next time, keep shooting, stay creative.